everyone, welcome to Arpita Sharma classes. I am your educator Arpita Sharma. Let's start decoding the newspaper for today. Also, the class PDF is uploaded on our Telegram channel. You can download the class PDF from there. And we are also now in the month of August, we are also going to decode the editorials, the most important editorials. We are going to decode them as well. तो डेली जो हम हिंदू न्यूज़पेपर का एनालिसिस करते हैं उसके साथ साथ अब हम एडिटोरियल्स का भी एनालिसिस करना शुरू कर दिया है हमने, राइट? 1st of August से ही we have started analyzing the editorials as well. So the most important editorials, only 2-3 editorials are usually important daily, right? So the most important ones we are going to analyze and decode in the classes, right? I hope you enjoy these classes, and the link to my Telegram channel is given below in the description box. Name of the Telegram channel is Simplifying UPSC with Ease. Let's start without any delay. Here's a small announcement. I am taking live classes on Unacademy Plus for free also and paid classes also. So I'm taking the history course, right, on Unacademy Plus. So to subscribe to Unacademy Plus, you can use code Sharma20 and get 10% straight away discount. आप 10% straight away discount Unacademy Plus के किसी भी कोर्स पे, किसी भी सब्सक्रिप्शन पैटर्न पे ले सकते हो अगर आप ये कोड यूज करते हो Sharma20. Okay, so do consider using this code if you subscribe to Unacademy Plus, because you will get 10% straight away discount. Now starting with the first news. So the first news, as you can see, is Trump bars H-1B visa holders from federal jobs. Now same on page, this is the news on page number 1. Same news in the form of editorial has been given on page number 6, more of the same, right? The editorial's name is more of the same. So let us understand first the background of this news. As we all know that the economic impact of coronavirus on USA has been very drastic, because there is slowdown of the economic growth also, and it is said that 13% unemployment rate is 13% currently in USA, which is a big shock for Donald Trump, because his motto was making America great again. And if the unemployment rate is 13% over there, that means his dream is lagging behind right now because of COVID-19, right? Now to deal with slowdown and unemployment, what Donald Trump has done, he has restricted entry of foreign workers, and he has started promoting more employment opportunities within the territory of USA. So for this, he has taken some executive actions. Now what are the executive actions? First, on June 2020, he restricted the issuance of non-immigrant work visa, including H-1B visa, for rest of the year, right? And also on August 2020, he barred the federal agencies from hiring H-1B visa holders, because of which there has been a negative impact on both USA and India as per the NASSCOM report as well. So first of all, let us understand what is H-1B visa. What is the importance of this visa? So as you can see, importance of H-1B visa for India and US is double-fold, multi-fold you can say. It benefits the US federal agencies in terms of cost. It enables Indian students to get jobs in USA. It enables Indian IT companies to reduce their cost. Also, it enables US-based IT companies like Amazon, right, to have access to highly skilled workforce from India at lower wages. But because of non-issuance of H-1B visa, what will be the impact? It will be adverse. It will be negative impact, right? On India, there will be increase in operating cost of Indian IT sector, reduced employment opportunities for Indian nationals. And for USA, obviously, US-based companies are opposing this move, including Amazon. Huge shortage of STEM skills in USA. So both the countries are going to get affected adversely, right? So President Donald Trump finally has signed an executive order preventing federal agencies from contracting or subcontracting foreign workers, mainly those who are on H-1B visa. For prelims, you should remember what is green card. आपको prelims के लिए याद रखना है. It is officially known as permanent resident card, PRC. It is issued to immigrants to the US under Immigration and Nationality Act of 1952, and it allows a person to live and work permanently in the USA. That is permanent resident card, or you can call it a green card, right? And what is H-1B visa? It is a non-immigrant visa, right, which allows US companies to employ graduate level foreign workers in specialty occupations. right? It can be for technical expertise also in specialized fields like IT, like finance, like accounting, engineering, mathematics, etc., or any professional level job also. US H1B visa is designed to be used for staff in specialty occupations, and it has an option of green card application as well. So H1B visa holders जो होते हैं, they can also bring their spouse, right, and children to USA with them, children under the age of 21 years. ठीक है? Now, the National Association of Software and Service Companies, that is NASSCOM, it has said that the order, executive order, will, because of this, there is a huge shortage of skills in science, technology, engineering, management, which is known as STEM. And because of this executive step taken by Donald Trump, the STEM skills are going to get affected. NASSCOM is the association that represents the Indian IT services and ITES industry as well. Now the next important editorial, language of unity, page 6 पे आपको ये मिलेगा, right? It is related to education. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Edapadi K Palaniswamy has rejected the possibility of implementing three language formula, which is also highlighted in National Education Policy of 2020 in the state of Tamil Nadu. So, National Education Policy, we studied that it has talked about it has discussed the possibility of including the three language formula. But Tamil Nadu Chief Minister is saying that we are rejecting the possibility of implementing this formula. So first of all, let us understand for prelims also what is three language formula. The three language formula for language learning was formulated in 1968 by Ministry of Education of Government of India, and it was made part of National Policy on Education 1968. क्लियर, इतना क्लियर हो गया. 1968 में इसको इंक्लूड किया गया था. It provides for the study of Hindi, English and modern Indian language, preferably one of the southern languages, in the Hindi speaking states, and Hindi, English and regional language in the non-Hindi speaking states. तो जो आपकी हिंदी स्पीकिंग स्टेट्स हैं, write it down, the Hindi speaking states, here Hindi will be used plus English will be used plus modern Indian language will be used. Okay, preferably any southern language. Okay, in the Hindi speaking states. But if it's a non-Hindi speaking states, right? अगर कोई ऐसा state है जो non-Hindi speaking state है, their Hindi plus English plus regional language will be used. So this is the three language formula. All right. So what is the issue of language? The language of education has been an emotive and political issue over the years. And there have been agitations against the imposition of Hindi in southern states, generally in Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu has been traditionally opposed to any attempt to introduce Hindi as compulsory language of learning or administration. So basically Tamil Nadu has a problem with Hindi. That is why Tamil Nadu is saying we are not going to implement this three language formula. And in 1965 also there were widespread agitations against Hindi, right? 1965 में भी agitations or protest हुए हैं, right? So opposition from Tamil Nadu in 2019 had forced the centre to amend draft NEP and withdraw proposal to teach Hindi as a third language in the schools. Currently, this three language formula is not followed in Tamil Nadu. Important point for prelims. Tamil Nadu follows two language policy of Tamil and English. Again, important point for prelims. And remember that education is a state subject and implementation of any policy lies with the states. Alright. Moving forward, relevant constitutional provisions that you should remember for prelims is Article 29 of the Constitution of India, Article 351. Article 29, now these articles are important for your prelims. It states that any section of the citizens who have a distinct language or different language, script or culture of its own shall have the right to conserve the same. And Article 351 gives power to Union government to issue directive for the development of Hindi language. And what are the arguments which are in favor of three language formula? First is it will promote multilingualism, right? So that in the future, if the children is, the person grows up and in the future he requires to converse in Hindi, it will not be tough for him or her. It will promote national unity also. right? And also it will promote Hindi. Article 351 of Constitution notes that effort should be made to promote the Hindi language as the link language, as a bridge language, right? Clear? And what are the arguments against the three language formula? It will be burdensome, right? In the young child of 5 to 7 years who knows Tamil properly, to understand Hindi in such a young age will be very tough, right? And homogenizing move. The critics of the three language formula have alleged that its implementation is an attempt to homogenize diverse linguistic fabric of the country, which consists of many regional languages. You are focusing and forcing more over Hindi, right? So you are, it is a very homogenizing move. You are forcing us, pressurizing us, right? Next important editorial, violating the human rights in the valley. So this is very important editorial. अब यहाँ पर आपको preventive detention के बारे में पढ़ना है. Here you have to study about preventive detention, right? So preventive detention, what is it? Preventive detention, it is the imprisonment of a person with the aim of preventing them from committing further offence or of maintaining public order. And Article 22 of the Constitution provides protection against arrest and detention in such cases. Again, very important point for pre. The Constitution provides important procedural safeguards that must be followed by the state, failing which the detention order should be quashed. Quashed का मतलब होता है cancelled or removed. Alright, preventive detention orders can be challenged through habeas corpus petitions. Right, again important point for prelims. Next important news, Army to convene selection board for women personnel. Army headquarters are in the process of calling up a special selection board for screening women officers for grant of permanent commission. Women officers जिन्होंने join किया है आर्मी को through women special entry scheme and SSCW, they are being considered. सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने फेब 2020 में वर्डिक्ट पास किया था और गवर्नमेंट को डायरेक्ट किया था कि अब वुमेन ऑफिसर्स को परमानेंट कमीशन पीसी ग्रांट किया जाए, राइट, कॉम्बैट पोस्टिंग्स में और कमांड पोस्टिंग्स में. अब उसी के लिए एक स्पेशल सिलेक्शन बोर्ड तैयार किया जाएगा. एंटायर B2C, बिजनेस टू कस्टमर, B2C online sector to come within new consumer law ambit. New Consumer Protection Act will regulate the operations of e-commerce players with the entire B2C online sector strictly within its coverage. Ambit मतलब coverage. So we have to here study Consumer Protection Act in detail. यहाँ आपको Consumer Protection Act को detail में पढ़ना होगा. So now let's solve this question. Question solve करते हैं आज का. Consider the following statements about Purchasing Managers Index. PMI is an indicator of economic health for manufacturing and services sector. PMI is compiled and constructed by market economies and is published by Nifty. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? कौन सा statement correct है? जल्दी से बताएं. You have 5 seconds time to answer this question. आपके पास 5 सेकंड्स का टाइम इंक्रीज हो गया है, जल्दी से इसको आंसर करो. द करेक्ट आंसर टू दिस क्वेश्चन इस क्वेश्चन का करेक्ट आंसर है, इट इज ए. स्टेटमेंट 1 इज एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट. स्टेटमेंट 1 एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट है, राइट. इट इज एन इंडिकेटर ऑफ, ये किस चीज का इंडिकेटर है? इट इज एन इंडिकेटर ऑफ बिजनेस एक्टिविटी. राइट इट डाउन. ये बिजनेस एक्टिविटी का ही एक इंडिकेटर है. बिजनेस एक्टिविटी इन the manufacturing sector and the services sector, right. Manufacturing और service sector में ये business activity का ही indicator है, right. Clear everyone? And this is the formula of calculating PMI. PMI calculate करने का ये proper आपका formula है, ठीक है. तो इसको आपको याद रखना है, right. So P1 ये जो है, what is P1? Let us understand P1 now. P1 समझते हैं क्या है? So when we look at P1, P1 is equal to, write it down, it is equal to the percentage of answers that are reporting an improvement in the sector. That is P1. And P2, what is P2? अब ये P2 क्या होता है? Let us understand that it represents percentage of answers with no change, and P3, what is P3? P3 क्या है? It is percentage of answers having a deterioration, that is P3. ये हो जाता है आपका P3. ठीक है, तो आपको ये याद रखना है. ठीक है, you have to remember this. And the second statement is saying it is compiled and published by Nifty. This is wrong. It is the Institute of, write it down, Institute for Supply Management. Alright. चलो, it is compiled and released monthly. इसको monthly compile किया जाता है, release किया जाता है Institute for Supply Management के द्वारा. Alright, so A is the correct answer. So I hope you enjoyed today's class. If you really enjoyed today's class, then do not forget to like the video, share the video with other aspirants, and also do not forget to subscribe to this channel. Thank you and have a beautiful day ahead.